This video is the first of 3 videos that deal with comparisons between adjectives and adverbs for the National Latin Exam. It is designed to deal with National Latin Exam levels 3 and up. Hopefully, by the time you are taking the National Latin Exam, you will have no trouble recognizing regular adjectives and adverbs. Those are called regular or positive. Those are the normal ones. At this level of Latin, you should know them already. This video will deal mainly with recognizing comparative and superlative items. You will usually recognize comparative things because they have eor or eus in them. Eor or eus. For example, the motto of the Olympics, Citius, Altius, Fortius. We know this is comparative because it has the eus, and it means swifter, higher, stronger. Notice we're always translating comparatives in English with Another word, calarius, again we have the eus, that means faster or quicker. An example of a comparative with eor would be pulchrior or pulchriores. Notice it has the eor in it, so this means more beautiful for one woman or more beautiful for multiple women. But you're going to recognize them because they have eor or eus for the comparative. Here are some examples of comparatives that you might see on the National Latin Exam. Caesar erat maior quam Anthony. We know that there is a comparative here because we recognize the eor. Caesar was greater than Anthony. In the second example, we see the eor again inside the word fortiores. The Romans were braver than the Gauls. So you'll recognize comparatives because they have the eor or the eus running around somewhere. One thing you have to remember is watch out for the neuter nouns. Most people think of eor when they think of comparative, and they forget that neuter nouns have eus because the comparative adjective in the neuter ends in eus. Let's look at the first example. Quod animal est larger. Animal is a neuter noun. So somebody who's not necessarily paying attention might say, oh, maior, that means larger. But we actually need to circle maius because of that neuter adjective in the comparative rule. Let's look at the next example. Equites flumen wider transierant. Which word here means wider? Well, we just got done talking about how eor is comparative, so that must be it. But flumen, neuter noun, so we need to select latius. Now that we've discussed comparatives, let's talk about superlatives. Why is the word superlative written so funny up here? Superlative. That's because superlative things usually have too many s's, too many r's, or too many l's running around in the middle of the word. So whenever we think about superlative, we think of it with a capital S, R, or L. Here are some examples of superlative adjectives and adverbs. Let's see, notissimus, we recognize it because it has the issy. So this could be very famous or the most famous. Pulcherimus, there's the double R again, very beautiful or most beautiful. Facilime, this is an adverb, but notice it's still got the double L. So most easily or very easily. Celerime, again, the double R, that would be very swiftly or most swiftly. Pulcherrime, double R for that superlative, very beautifully, most beautifully. And latissimus, that double S, very happy or most happy. That is the conclusion of part 1. In part 2, we will see the different uses of quam when dealing with comparisons.